going? I hope y'all hear me okay. Trying to make sure everything is good and go before I get started. That way I don't go through and, that way I'm not going through here and starting on this and then everybody is just, it's like, what's happening? What's happening? So make sure everything's good to go at the beginning. So bear with me just a second. I'm just working on stuff here. I think I've got a poor connection to start with. So we're just going to go ahead and try to fix that right now. Brand, just a moment. I'm going to edit this. That's not what I need. I think I got to figure this out by now. But I'm working on it. Let's get this. Settings. Okay, that's not what I need. Where am I at? Able to draw. Okay, broadcast orientation. Alright, we're going to try here. And we'll continue. We'll see if that helps us out a bit. Okay, hey Jingles, Rasco, how's it going? Can you hear me okay? Just want to make sure you can hear me fine before I get started. I'm working on stuff, but I'm always running in the background. Okay, good deal. Alright, I appreciate that. Alright, so I'm going to draw day 22's drawing today for my drawing for 30 days. And then I'm going to actually post a video later with the other drawings beforehand. So we're going to post that drawing. If you guys got requests while you're in here, I'd love to see some requests because then that way I could go ahead and I could then go ahead and do some things. So I'm down. Okay, so it's here. Okay, just making sure I got my right thing here. So today's drawing, you can hear me like good. I appreciate that, Jingles. I really do. All right, so I am going to start with my base here. We're going to go ahead and do this I'm kind of doing a pickle on him because he's kind of shaped like a pickle. Some of you may or may not recognize who this is. This is a little bit older character. This is Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman was a character, I think his first cartoon came out in like the late 70s, early 80s. I'm a 70s baby. I was born in 73. And so I appreciate you letting Amanda's Discord know. That's cool and that's awesome. So anyway, I am coming in and doing Captain Caveman, trying to go live for you guys today. Trying as I might. You haven't heard my voice in a while. I haven't really been on a video speaking in a bit. I had a wisdom tooth pulled about 2 weeks ago, and so as a result of that, I really, in a job where I talk all the time, one thing I didn't feel like doing a whole lot when I wasn't at work was talking, because of course when you have a wisdom tooth pulled out, it's kind of tough to speak more than you need to. So I did my videos very quietly and just kind of, so that I could rest my mouth and everything else. Hey Jessica, how's it going? I miss you guys too. I've been able to get in some of the live streams and stuff like that because it's a lot easier when you're just able to talk. But I'm glad to be able to get in and get live on here today. So this is Captain Caveman. This is a character I grew up with in his show. He basically yelled his name out constantly. He'd be like, Captain Caveman. He would just yell it. And it was crazy because I'm sure I drive my aunts and them crazy on Saturday mornings because whenever he came on, of course, I would get out there and yell with him. And so that was part of the fun of the character. But anyway, I wanted to kind of give you guys a live draw today. And then, like I said, come back and do the other days of the drawing for the videos I've been doing. Which, by the way, you guys are more than welcome to go and comment on. I'd love to see you guys in the comment section of the videos. I did going through, I believe, day 15 on the last video, and I had done the other videos prior to that. So those videos are basically the first several days of the drawing stuff I'd been doing of the cartoons. I figured for the first 30 days of that I'd be doing cartoon stuff. Since that's something I enjoy, that's something I've always loved. I always loved good Captain Caveman. Yeah, Jingles knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, they redid the cartoon years later, and one of the things they did, they gave him a kid. So like at one point it was like Captain Caveman and son. And I wasn't as big as a fan of that as I was of the original show, just because at that point the son was they kind of toned down Captain Caveman for it. And, I always enjoyed Captain Caveman as the kind of loud, crazy, rambunctious dude that he was. So I wasn't really as cool with the KV Jr. I think his name was KV Jr. And so he would just show up and he'd just be like, they made him the smart one, because whenever they had a joke, he'd always be like, well, Dad, why don't we do this? Or Dad, why don't we do that? I'm like, I don't need Captain Caveman to be trying to figure out the joke, man. I just need him running around screaming and pulling stuff out of his club and out of his hair, because he always pulled stuff out of his hair. Because he was just literally a guy covered in hair and a flying stick. He would jump into the air and start flying off. So that was pretty cool. So that was fun. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and ink this. Oh, I need to get the hair. I'll pull the hair in with the inks. I'll do it that way. So look at the hair there. Because Captain Caveman, one of the things, he had really crazy whiskers that he would have out. And they just weren't, kind of like a caveman would be. He just wasn't the greatest, he wasn't the greatest groomsman ever. So... okay, I'm just looking at something here. Bear with me just a second. I love it when I get the message in the middle of the stuff. So it's saying it's possible. It's saying something about us possibly going to be doing, but it doesn't tell me what I need to do. Like, that's the weird part. That's the part I hate. So you try to sit there and do that. So bear with me just a second. I'm going to go back in and try to look at this. Just give me just a second, guys. I'm going to try to change these settings to make this work better. I need to know what settings work best on here. I seem to remember the last time I did this, it was something like here, maybe? Is that it? Output resolution. Let's go down a little bit further. Let's try that. Okay, let's see if that works better. We're going to come back into the land of Captain Caveman. See what that does there. Anybody got any favorite cartoons they want to talk about? We can talk about that while we're on here. The artist guy. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate that greatly, the artist guy. Yeah, I'm not the only artist on here, though. You guys are artists, too. A lot of you guys that are on here draw and stuff, too, on y'all's channels, and I appreciate you guys. I greatly do. I just try to do things that people know a lot of times. I try to do my book stuff on here, too, but I try to make sure that, some of the stuff is on here is recognizable. Because there'll be people that come out here new, and they're like, well, what's this? So they may not know. So that's why I try to do stuff that people know, and that's why I'm doing the cartoon thing. This one. I figure if I could do cartoons for 30 days, then that'd be cool for people who know. By the way, Jingles, Rasco, if you're still on here and you can still hear me, I need you to get at me with your address information, because you won, and I want to apologize for that, because I know I did that contest a while back, but then I forgot to finish it out. Like, I forgot to announce the winner. And so I'd done the thing and everything and just never got a video up. So Jingles, you won the Sweetie comics. So I need you to get at me with your address so that way I could send them out to you. Because you won. So you were the one that commented on the Sweetie review that got it. I think there was only like 2 or 3 comments on there. And so I did it through the random thing and you won it. So just so you're aware, that way I'll send those books out to you. And then you can talk to the people about Sweetie, because I think Sweetie is awesome. I think you'll enjoy it, especially like I said, just about that was the concept of a kid being their own superhero in a way. So I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you dig it. You can talk about it on the channel if you'd like once you get it. So yeah, just shoot me your address. You know how to get in touch with me, and we can do it that way. So let me get the other hairs here. I know he's got some strange kind of hairs there as well. Well, I hope you enjoy them, man. That's the main thing. I think with comic books, man, it's a weird thing. You know, people talk about all the time, well, print media is dying, print media is dying. I don't think so. I'm not a fan of that concept because there's still the fact that big companies like DC and Marvel and even indie companies are still printing comics tells me that they're not out of, ideas, and more importantly, that they're not, that they've still got opportunities. I mean, goodness, S Comic Maker was on here a couple of weeks ago talking about the story she was reading on the website she was reading. The one about the princess thing there. I think it was Princess. I don't know. I need to go back and look at that. I need to go back. I need to go read that. I told her I was going to try to go read it, and I haven't had a chance to yet. But anyway, but the comics are still, good as print media. I really enjoy comics. So, what will these characters be used for? So, Captain Caveman is a character, was an old cartoon character, Lou, back in the 80s, like in the late 70s, early 80s. And it's not my original character. I'm doing the 30-day drawing challenge, and so for my 30 days, I'm drawing old school comic book characters. If you go back and watch the other videos, you'll see characters like the Thundercats. You'll see characters from like the Rugrats and different cartoons. So I've been trying to draw, like I said, I've been trying to draw a lot of characters people know. I've been reading more and more comics lately. That's what I'm working on our webcomic. If you like it, then I'm sure you will enjoy it. You know what, Jingles, when y'all get that up, let me know where I need to watch that, or watch it, where I need to read it, because I want to read it. I definitely want to read you guys' webcomic, because I know you guys are rocking out and doing awesome work. So just seeing y'all's work online tells me y'all have a lot of care and concern about the stuff you're doing, so I don't worry about it. I know it's going to be good stuff. So I hope you guys, much luck and much success as you guys rock it out with that. And please let me know where that webcomic is so I can find it. I'm sure, it might be on Webtoons or something like that, or wherever y'all plan to put it, but I definitely want to read it when I see it. So. Webtoons, gotcha. Okay, cool deal. I appreciate that. Somebody told me one day I should consider Webtoons, but to be honest, my biggest problem is trying to make sure that I get stuff up consistently on a weekly basis. But also for me, I feel like if I have a project that I'm working on, I really want to make sure it's printed. So that's kind of my thing. That's just where I would want to be. So that's why I don't know that I would be good for Webtoons, unless it was something small that I could do for Webtoons just to get started. I have a couple of ideas. Of course, I have a lot of ideas. I don't say just a couple. According to some of the people that know me, they're just like, I don't understand how you keep doing it. I don't either. If I could explain it, I would. But so there is Captain Caveman there. So has anybody got any other cartoon characters they'd like to see me draw that they haven't seen me draw on the channel yet? Because like I said, there's some characters. I did a few characters from Rugrats. I did a few characters from He-Man. I did a few characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender. But Jingles, I don't think that I did Aang yet. But he's coming. I did like Sokka. I did a few others, Katara, some of the other members. That was on the first video, I think, for the Drawing 30-Day Challenge. So if you want to check those out. Okay, so the ones I've done so far, let me go ahead and go over here. Let me pull that up. Give me just a second. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the video and then turn the volume down just to make sure that I don't have my own video play. How weird would that be? Oh, he's playing this video over his own video. Let me make sure I got the volume down all the way. I need to make sure I've got the right order. Okay, volume down. No, I don't need the battery charge. I need the volume. Okay, so here's there. Okay. So let's go over here. Alright, so video number one. So the first video I did for the Drawing 30-Day Challenge was Invader Zim. I actually did Invader Zim himself. So that was the first one. And so then following after that, I'm just trying to get the video to play. Just bear with me just a second while I run through these. Because Now for some reason, it's like if I hadn't been on video here trying to do this, I'd be like, oh, okay, and then it'd just be right there. But now for some reason it's taking forever to want to load. And I don't know why. So anyway, I want to say day 2 was, it was not Aang. I want to say it might have been Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, and then it was Toph, and I believe I did Uncle Iroh the next day. And then I'm trying to get the video up, but I'm just trying to go through and just think of which one it is. But I think it was Uncle Iroh was the next one. And then once I got done with Uncle Iroh, I think the next one I did was, I think it might have been Fire Lord Ozai was the next one. And then after I did Fire Lord Ozai, I did Prince Zuko and I did Azari. Because I was kind of trying to do the family of the Fire Nation. And then I think I did Zuko, not Zuko, I think I did Sokka and, what is her name? Katara. So, I just want to make sure I've got this right here. So sorry guys for that. It's like the minute Jingles asked me, it was the minute I'm sitting there going like, I don't remember the exact order. I know I kind of did those. Stop. I did do Mum-Ra. I haven't done any other Thundercats, but I did do Mum-Ra on one of the days. So, because I think Mum-Ra is one of my favorites, just because he was like, you know, he would have that voice. He would just be booming voice, but I am Mum-Ra, the ever-living. You know, and he would just transform from the frail form that he had to this big old, huge, gigantic person. And he was just like, just basically, he was ready to just tear people up. It was crazy. I just love whenever he would transform. Because it was very theatric whenever he would transform. So I could do another Thundercats character. I've not done another Thundercats character beside him. You know what? Hang on just a second. I've got an idea. We're going to do Panthro. You know why? Because Panthro is my favorite Thundercat. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to draw Panthro. So, Panthro for me was interesting. A lot of people may not know this. The guy who voice acted for Panthro, I don't know his name, but the guy who was the voice for Panthro was also the granddad in the Cosby Show. So there's a fun fact. So when I was growing up, I always was like, you know, Panthro kind of sounds black to me. He kind of sounds like a black granddad. And of course, you know, everybody just looked at me crazy because it's like, oh, there's no way you know that, whatever. And then years later when I found out it was the granddad from Cosby Show, I was just like, yes, I knew it. I feel like Lilo from Lilo and Stitch when the scene where her sister was like, well, my boss was a vampire, was part of the vampire nation, and he wanted me to join his evil vampire cult. And his sister, and Lilo was just like, I knew it. So I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, so we're going to do some Panthro here. Try to get a good picture of Panthro for you. But one of the things that's cool about Panthro, besides the fact that he sounded like a black granddad, was the fact that he had nunchucks. And his nunchucks were like claws. They looked like normal nunchucks, but they had claws at the end of them. So I thought that was always kind of neat. So I'm going to try, let me see if I can do something smaller on this one. Let me go, he had a round head. And then we'll go do the body. Come in and do this number here. Get some shape on him. He had the little straps here that had the metal. It does, doesn't it? I love his voice. Man, no, like, hey, you're absolutely right. His voice was just like I said, it was just so theatrical. Like, I don't remember who did his voice. I just know that it was big. It weighed a lot. He, he definitely, whoever that voice actor was, definitely earned his stripes. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure he definitely, he, he was one of those people. I'm pretty sure, like, his throat was very, very bad off when he got done, because he was not, he didn't hold back a whole lot when he was doing his thing. So I thought that was always really cool. Build up the arms of Panthro, because I thought Panthro was pretty gunny. Panthro, I love Chitara too. But I think the difference between Chitara and like Panthro is that Panthro, for one, I like Panthro because he built the Thunder Tank. Like, the fact that he built the Thunder Tank was pretty awesome. Get the other nunchuck in there. And so I always had the little thing in there, and then it had the little bulb right there. So the stick would be like here, and then he'd have the little thing, and then the chain. Of course, you could see it. Yeah, that voice would hurt your throat. It really would. Like, Mom Raw, do you ever live it? And you just say that like over and over again. Of course, I'm sure with his voice, they probably did that like one time. Yeah, I got it. I appreciate that. I will try to get that out to you early this week. If I don't get it out early this week, I'll get it out no later than like early Thursday morning, because I'm going that way anyway for a dentist appointment. Because of course, after the whole them pulling the wisdom tooth out, then they're like, oh, we got some other stuff we need to do with your mouth, so we're gonna go ahead and set up another appointment for end of the month. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm down with that. I totally don't want to be back in this situation again 6 months from now to a year. So yeah, let's not have me back in that situation later. So, trying to get this in there, trying to get the shorts in and then get the leg in there. So now let's get some baseline stuff in here okay. So I'll go ahead and get the head in there a little bit more. Panther was always really cool to me. Yeah. Like I said, I think it'd been one thing if he just built a Thunder Tank and that's all he did, but it was the fact that he did the Thunder Tank and he had a really cool sounding voice, and he had the nunchucks on top of that. That was just awesome. It was all awesome from him. As far as I'm concerned, I was always a fan the instant that they did it. And the cool thing about Thundercats, when they originally debuted it, they didn't debut it like other cartoons. They debuted it like, for me, I was in Memphis, Tennessee when they debuted it. And they debuted it at like 7 o'clock that night. So like they ran the first 5 episodes that night on the TV. So like, like normally, you'd see like like the nighttime soap operas and stuff get that kind of a debut. They did that for Thundercats, and they also did it for Wizarding Older African American Gentlemen. Yeah. And so, yeah, Panthro was definitely in that club. He was definitely in that category. Like I said, he definitely sounded like an older black gentleman. And he was like, but he was just this wise. He was just like, Lion-O, we shouldn't go into this situation, And Lion-O, of course, a lot of people didn't realize Lion-O was a great leader, but at the same time, Lion-O was also young. When they landed on New Thundera, all the rest of the Thundercats went through this weird thing where they were just in kind of, what is it called? Suspended animation. They were in suspended animation. But Lion-O, his chamber broke. So he was physically the age of like a 20-year-old, but yet he looked like a 20-year-old, but he was still like maybe 13 in actual age. And so he was the leader because he was the one that the Sword of Omens was passed down to. But there was always a question even in the show about should he have really been the leader of the team ever. And I know like Panthro would kind of always try, and they all believed in him, and I'm glad they did it that way. But at the same time, it's always like he did things one of his youth a lot of times, and he wasn't always the most careful And sometimes he would do things just because he felt like that was what needed to be done, not thinking about the whole group. And then there was Snarf. Snarf kind of annoyed me, but other than that, Thundercats was still my go-to show, still one of my favorites growing up. So yeah, Panthro was always awesome. He was always great. Okay, I'm going to do something real quick, guys. I'm working on this. Let me try to bring up the YouTube channel again so I can go through the actual full-on list of the people that I've done, so that way I can go over that with you now. Okay, so there's the other ear. We're going to bring it up here and bring the head up. Okay. I think I would have been fine with Lion-O had he admitted to the fact, hey, I may not be making the best decisions here. Maybe I need some counsel. But he never really did that. Like, he really just kind of did his own thing. And people were just like, oh, we'll follow behind him because he's the king of Thundera now. And it's just like, well, that's good that you want to do that, and I appreciate it. But can we not just, can we at least, can we get him some help, man? Can we get him some people to help him learn how to do this right? Can we? At least, please, can we get him some help? But didn't always go for that. Okay, so another thing about Panthro was Panthro had these really cool spikes. They were on his deal there, so I always make sure the spikes were on there. Tigra was cool too. I think I liked Tigra because he was invisible. He could go invisible. He had the little whip that he could do, and he could do. So Mighty Mouse was day 1. I'm going to go over the list real quick for the day. Toph was day 2. Forgot about Mighty Mouse. So I did Mighty Mouse, I did Toph. Then I did Uncle Iroh. And then after Uncle Iroh, it was Fire Lord Ozai, and I kind of figured the brothers would be drawn together. And then Prince Zuko, because Prince Zuko is one of the greatest villains that's ever been done, like in cartoons as far as his story arc. And then, of course, Azula, his sister, because she's kind of crazy. And then I did Sokka on day 7. And then Katara on day 8. I think I did my first 9 that week. So I did Orko from He-Man. So that was the last one for the first week. And then, let me go ahead and get the other list over. No, I don't need to. Okay, so then the Orko. So then day 10 through 15 was the next one. So that was some more He-Man stuff. I did some more He-Man stuff on that one. And then after this video finishes, what I'll go ahead and do is finish editing the other video, and then I'll post up basically days 16 through 21. So, and then this one, of course, will be day 22. So Man-at-Arms is number 10 from He-Man. I just did a whole series of He-Man pictures. The next one was Teela, because of course, Teela was, of course, Man-at-Arms' daughter in the show. And then Skeletor was day 12. Love me some Skeletor. And then He-Man, I believe, was day 13. Then I did Angelica from Rugrats, rather. And then I did Susie Carmichael, who was a little black girl that came on the show. She came on the show, I think maybe season 3 was when she came on. And then I did a couple of extras just because I could. So I did I did Zummy Gummy from Gummy Bears. He-Man, yes. He-Man the villain. I don't like He-Man. And I did Inspector Gadget as well. So there was Inspector Gadget, and there was of course, Zummy Gummy from Gummy Bears. Fun fact: Gummy Bears actually ended up inspiring the Gargoyles cartoon that came out, Disney did years later. When they were originally trying to pitch when they were originally trying to pitch Gargoyles, they were pitching it as a comedy. So, of course, a lot of people were trying to do that, and they ended up not going with that route. So, another fun fact that just so you guys are aware of, in the future, I will be releasing, hopefully in the next week or so, a Batman sketchbook. It is a precursor to my Inktober sketchbook. So Inktober for me is going to be Batman. I'm going to be doing a lot of the Bat family. I'm going to be doing the Bat, not only just the Bat family, but also different people in Batman's Rogues Gallery. I'm going to be doing a section on it where it's going to be the women of Gotham and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. So that's going to be my Inktober this year. So you guys get ready for that, because in this one, I'm probably going to do that one, similar to the way I do these, where I'm just going to release the week's worth of stuff. I'm not going to go in and necessarily do a video every day, but I'll do a video every week where you see all of the stuff that's drawn in that week. So that way you guys can check it out. And that way I can get you guys ready for it, because I know, today, by the way, I believe is National Batman Day. It's the 80th anniversary of The Dark Knight. So that's pretty groovy. So I figured that would be a perfect day to announce that sketchbook is what I'm going to be doing for Inktober. So last year, of course, it was Teenage Dream. It was teenage superheroes from different comic book universes. But this year is going to be Batman. It's just going to be Batman all day, Batman every day. So that'll be the Inktober book that I do for the month of October. So hope you guys will be ready for that when it comes out. Hope you guys will come into the comments. Let me know what your favorite Batman characters are. Let me know what some of your favorite Batman villains are, because I'll probably be drawing them. With 31 days, there's plenty of Batman's Rogues Gallery to draw in 31 days. So I hope to hear from you guys in the comments section. I greatly appreciate that. So, and we're just about done with that. We're getting there anyway. Do some speed lines real quick, because we want it to look like Panther is twirling his nunchaku. I don't know for sure what the actual the actual singular is, since you only see one piece of it. I'm sure there's a name for like the nunchaku. I know some people call them nunchucks. Crazy Quilt. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Crazy Quilt, the 10-eyed man. Yes. Condiment King. Yeah, he's gonna be drawn. I'm gonna draw him. I've already been kind of planning out what villain, because the first week or so it's gonna be just villains. I want to do like one whole week dedicated to the women of Gotham, just because I feel like the ladies in Gotham are just as valuable as, in some cases, more valuable than the guys. So I just wanted to do a whole section of women. But yeah, I want to do Calendar Man as well. Calendar Man's not on a lot of people know. If you have seen the Batman Lego movie, if you've seen the Batman Lego movie, oh my gosh, they're all in there. A lot of the corny, crazy ones, they're all in there. So just know that's coming out. We're just gonna get geeky on them. Oh my goodness, is S Comic Maker in the room? What? I have been graced with the presence of S Comic Maker. Oh my goodness. By the way, guys, you should really check out her last video. Awesome video where she did the characters from the Steven Universe movie that I have yet to see. Is it officially out? Like, is it out on Cartoon Network, or is it coming out? But yeah, the Batman Lego movie, they just mentioned all these different crazy villains, and at one point the guy's like, oh, come on, at this point you're just making them up, and Joker is like, no, they all exist. They're all real. So even the Joker's in on the joke. He's just like, yeah, nah, they exist. They're all there. So yeah, Batman has a bunch of crazy villains in his Rogues Gallery. So, and there's Panthro. Well, Thundercats. The movie's out, has been playing the last 2 weekends, but I don't know if there's a place to watch it online or for free. Is it out in theaters or is it out on like Cartoon Network? Because Cartoon Network usually will put their stuff on Hulu after a point. It's on Hulu, but it's $15. Nah, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. Although I'm probably gonna be one of the first people in line Tuesday morning to go get myself a copy of Spider-Man: Far From Home, because that'll drop for DVD Blu-ray release on Tuesday. But probably let's wait till because I know it's got to come out on Hulu or something like that. I don't know if it's on Hulu yet, because if they're running a movie right now, it may not be right now, but yeah, I definitely want to check it out. I'm still trying to catch up on the show. I think I'm on season 3 of Steven Universe, which, Steven Universe is one of those shows that just kind of goes. It's not quite Naruto level where you're like 800 episodes in, but, and the episodes are really not that long either. They're really kind of short, so that's an awesome thing. So, Steven Universe is a really good show. Honestly, I blame S Comic Maker for my love of it now, because she showed me the different videos on it. I never would have really given it a chance had it not been for her. But once I got the chance to actually watch it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a really good story. I like the storyline. I like where they're going. I like the animation. I fell in love with the animation on it. At the time, I wasn't for sure, but I definitely love it now. So it's just there's so much stuff on streaming services, and I can't watch everything. So I just finished up actually the Last Kids on Earth, book 1. It was a series that Netflix did, where basically it's like the zombie apocalypse and these big old kaiju style creatures are all in the thing. And so this kid that's, they kind of tell this story of this kid who I don't blame her for that though. Here's the thing. If you love something, you do it and you talk about it all the time. And if it's something that other people will enjoy, they're going to fall in love with it too, just because of the fact of how passionate you are about it. Like I said, I still need to go read that book that she did a review on a couple of weeks ago. So, we're just going to call it the S Comic Maker effect. The S Comic Maker effect. If you love it, you probably love it because S Comic Maker told you about it beforehand. So it'll be like the Mandela effect. You know how everybody talks about the Mandela effect in movies? We'll just talk about the S Comic Maker effect. I can confirm I love things. Yeah, I finished the Last Kids on Earth. That was pretty interesting. But of course, they finished it off in a way where you're sitting there going, okay, I know they're going to continue this. There's more books coming in that. I love that they refer to it as books instead of just like, oh, chapter 1 is available now. So kind of reminds me of Avatar, because when they did Avatar, it was always in book form, like book 1, book 2, book 3. So, yeah, Comic Maker, before you got here, I was telling them about the stuff I was drawing. I hope you get a chance to check. Only 4 seasons are on Hulu, so there's a whole season not on. Oh, so is that the last season? Maybe? Is that the reason? Maybe why? Is that the reason why? No Steven Universe movie yet, unfortunately. Okay. So they've only got the first 4 seasons on there. How many seasons of Steven Universe is it prior to the movie? Only reason I know Cartoon Network posts a lot of their stuff up there is because of Steven Universe. And then, like the other day, I was looking, and apparently they have the Titans, Teen Titans Go on Hulu, but they don't have the Teen Titans. Like, I still miss the old Teen Titans movie. I know they're supposed to be getting a movie soon, where it's going to be the Teen Titans of the old show crossing over with the Teen Titans Go stuff. So that ought to be interesting. So since we got people here, let's see. We did Panthro. We did Captain Caveman. Anybody else got a third request so I can go ahead and fill up this third box? Go ahead and do the third box with one more person. Anybody got a request? Is the stream coming through okay, guys? Just want to make sure that it's coming through. That it's not laggy or nothing. Let me know if it is. Amanda, do you have a request? Ask Comic Maker, do you have a request for me? See, if I was missing it, it seemed like it was the end. But the movie happened, and apparently it's going to go on. And yeah, I heard that they were going to continue it. So, well, since we keep talking about it, why don't we just do something from Steven Universe? That sounds like a good idea. Amanda, is that okay with you? I know you didn't technically request it. But if you want, I can do a Steven Universe, something from Steven Universe for you. Just give me a yes or no. If you got a specific character for Steven Universe, request it. She requested with love. With her love. Any particular character? There's so many. It's like, because there's, and I don't know all the names, because there's Connie, there's Garnet, there's Peridot, Pearl, Sapphire, and okay, should I pick one? What is the name of the new character that's in the movie? As she would describe her, the piece of bubblegum. Okay, I want to see Pencil Ninja with one of the Ninja Turtles' weapons and a headband. Okay, you know what? You got it. That I can definitely do. Okay, so Pencil Ninja with a Ninja Turtles headband. Okay, so let's do Pencil Ninja's trademark head, which is really large. Not like, unlike Dib from Invader Zim. We kind of ended there. Put the big head on there. Gotta make sure I get the good head shape on it first. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and do the eyes. Because since we're doing a headband, gotta make sure we get the headband on there. Okay, so okay, so then we'll go ahead and move the headband around it, like so. Put that in there, and I want to put the ears in there while I'm knowing it, so we'll go sideways on this. I didn't know I was going to get to draw Pencil Ninja today. I'm kind of excited about this. Spinel is her name. Okay. So I may do a Spinel in next week's video. She does look really cool. Like, I love her character design. That she kind of fits the whole... the whole universe, but at the same time, she looks different enough that she doesn't feel like a carbon copy of any character. So I like her for that. Okay, so I'll do the bandana over the, kind of over the ear, and then we'll do the nose. Do the lip there. Did you guys know that they've introduced a new turtle into the comics? I don't know how long she'll be in it, but I hope she's in there for a while. Cause I kind of like the idea that, you know, the only thing I don't like about it is that they did it as a blood transfusion. It was like, well, they had a character, they did a blood transfusion, and then she became a turtle because of the blood transfusion. Because I'm like, okay, so have the turtles never had to do a blood transfusion prior to now? Are we just now finding out this is a thing? If they really wanted to, it'd just be like, and now we're going to create a bunch of turtles. Her story is sad, but I like her design. Yeah, I need to see the movie. So, now, I did ask the question, I don't know if you heard me. Is this in theaters or is this just on Cartoon Network? Her whole vibe is cool. Yeah, I just like her character design. And then, like I said, when I saw your video the other day, it really popped. The painting worked well for it. I really don't know how that would work, but man, the painting is really, especially when you were doing the outlines afterwards, like you built a lot of dimension in your color design, and you did a lot of really cool 3D stuff in your painting. Even though you were painting very blocky, stuff, it still worked. So I thought it was really cool. Okay, so since we're drawing a Ninja Turtle weapon, I'm going to draw my favorite one out of the group. So, yeah, it was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. Because I think if Pencil Ninja were going to choose a weapon, because I can't do my favorite one because I don't have enough room for it. Because my favorite would probably be either, my favorite would probably be Michelangelo, just because of nunchucks. But again, when I saw the Ninja Turtle movie, the TMNT, I have to specify it's the CG one that they did a few years back around 2014. Lawrence Fishburne did the voice for the thing. But what was cool about it was is that there was a scene near the end of the movie where they're fighting the statues. And when they're fighting the statues, you see Leonardo come out of the little, they're in the museum. And all of a sudden they see the thing, and so he comes out. And Leonardo is just standing there with like, it looks like 100 swords. Just all over his back. I was like, oh, Leonardo looks so cool. So I really wanted to see that scene. That right there made me love Leo more. But Michelangelo has kind of always been my favorite just because he kind of reminds me the most of me. Like, he's kind of the goofy one. If I could ever learn how to use nunchucks without, knocking myself in the head, that's what I would do. Because, yeah, that'd be my weapon of choice. Either that or bow staff. So, I guess all the Ninja Turtles are kind of my favorite Ninja Turtle. I know that's a weak answer. You say, well, which one's your favorite? Well, I like them all. You can't like them all. You got to pick one. If I got to pick one, it's going to be Michelangelo. So there you go. There's the answer to the question. It's going to be Mikey. That and he loves pizza. How can you hate somebody that loves pizza, man? Pizza's great. Depends on what kind of pizza you like too. Some people say, ooh, I like Hawaiian pizza. That's fine. You can love Hawaiian pizza. I'm not a fan of it necessarily, but you can love it. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one then. Yeah. Because I wish I'd been able to be on there with you guys, because I would have definitely chimed in. Because, yeah, Ninja Turtle talk is always my favorite kind of talk. Like I said, I wish I had got a chance to own the original, like, black and white Ninja Turtles. I saw a lot of it because a lot of my friends had it, but I never picked up my own copy, and I kind of regret it. Because it's like, those Ninja Turtles were a lot more violent than the later cartoon that came out, and I think it was really cool at that time. Of course, my mom, had she ever seen me with those comics, she'd just be like, no, you can't have them. For obvious reasons. But I loved them when I saw them. Because I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, they're actually doing the ninja stuff. Like, they're actually disappearing in the dark, and they're vanishing and doing all the cool stuff that ninjas do, and they hide in the sewers because it's darker and all this crazy stuff, so it's cool. As comic maker, Banana Man asked you a question. Which one was your favorite Ninja Turtle? I can't do Banana Man's voice nearly as well as she does, but I love Banana Man. Banana Man's my favorite character. By the way, McFarlane Toys apparently is doing some sort of Banana Man figure. It's not like official a Banana Man, but it's like a banana with a gun that actually has legs. So you may want to look that up, because I think, if you may want to be like, Mr. McFarlane, I think you might owe me some money because I created Banana Man. It's just a banana. It's a banana with a weapon, so I'm not for sure what's going on there. That'll work, man. I will definitely check that out. I definitely want to see it. Because you guys, when y'all see y'all streams, man, I love being able to talk with you guys whenever I'm on it. The biggest problem is that with my work schedule now, I don't usually get off till like 10:30 at night. And so by the time I would be able to catch y'all streams, y'all are usually already done. Because by the time I get home, it's like 11, 12 o'clock, depending on how long it takes to walk. If I decide to go get food or something like that after work or something, So. Hello, Crafting Cosplayer. How are you? I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you like what you see. I hope you get a chance to check out the other drawings of this series I've been doing over the last few weeks. Been doing some different cartoon characters. I had a request for Pencil Ninja, so I'm doing Pencil Ninja dressed as a Ninja Turtle. Because if you're gonna do cartoons, you gotta have the Ninja Turtles in there somewhere. And believe me, they'll get drawn. There'll be some Transformers drawn as well at some point during this next week. Because some of you may know, of course, we're getting close to the end of September. By the way, fun fact, I was born in September. I was born on September the 8th. So there you go, fun fact for you. If you knew that or not, I'm not for sure, but yeah. Do the ears back here. There we go. So there's Pencil Ninja. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Well, that's really cool. That's really cool. I hope that your new channel goes very well. I know you're working on some things. I've saw some stuff on Facebook. We've talked a little bit outside of here. So I hope that works out well for you. I know anytime I'm doing a rebrand, I've got to sit down and do some stuff on this channel to get it looking more like a drawing time channel because when I originally started this channel, it was just me talking about a bunch of stuff. And then over time, I started doing drawings. So I kind of got to do some things on my end to recalibrate the channel to look more like an art channel. So that's something I'll be working on hopefully soon. So. Alright guys, this is almost done. And with that, I need to go to bed because it is a little bit after 10 o'clock in the evening here in the land of Central Kentucky. And I have an early day in the morning. So I will finish this and call it a night. You guys that are on here, go check out the Crafting Cosplayer. She just recently came back from an event dressed as one of the members of Star Trek. She's been doing some cool stuff. She did some awesome stuff with Gabrielle from Xena, Warrior Princess. If you're down with cosplay and all sorts of things like that, she's definitely your hookup for that. So go check out her new channel once it lifts off. Because I think there'll be some cool things for you guys. I know she does some crafting as well. She does some different little things with making hats and different things like that, some crocheting and such. So I hope you guys will get a chance to check her out. She may not be a visual artist, but she's definitely an artist. So I do try to be that guy when I can. Alright guys, that is the end of this. I thank you guys so much for rocking with me tonight. Like I said, I'll try to post up the other video probably later on tonight, or if not later on tonight, early in the morning, with the other stuff that I've drawn over the last week or so. So you guys take care, and as always, be blessed to be a blessing to somebody, guys. Take care.